Thank you for joining us. To get us started, we would like to provide an overview of our team.
Hi, I'm Lily Moffley, and I'm an undergraduate research fellow at Syracuse University.
Hi, I'm Steve Sawyer, and I'm a professor and on the faculty of the iSchool at Syracuse University.
Hi, I'm Jean-Philippe Rancy. I am a PhD candidate at Syracuse University.
Hi, I'm Elena Caruso. I'm an undergraduate research fellow at Syracuse University.
I'm Raheja. I'm an incoming PhD student at Syracuse University.
I'm Michael Dunn. I'm a faculty member in the Management and Business Department in Skidmore College.
I'm Gabrielle Vaccaro, and I'm an undergrad research fellow at Skidmore College.
And I'm Isabel Munoz, a PhD student at Syracuse University's iSchool. We're excited to be providing a glimpse of our paper, which is titled Freelancing Online During the COVID-19 Pandemic. I'll start out by sharing an overview of our research. The focus of our study is on reporting the experiences and expectations of online freelance workers in the face of rapid market changes and the uncertainty of an ongoing global pandemic. In our paper, we synthesized literature from labor studies, labor economics, organizational studies, CSCW, and infrastructure and platform studies. Data reported on here come from two sources. One is the Oxford Internet Institute's Online Labor Index. This is an open dataset and interactive online visualization, which is updated daily. We also include data from a panel study of more than 60 US-based freelancers on Upwork, combining interviews, survey, and secondary data. Next, Mike will cover a summary of our insights.
Great, thanks so much, Isabel. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the findings that we shared in our paper. And we talk about four specific ones. The first one, we saw a distinct shift in the supply and demand on the online labor market. Interestingly enough, it was distinctly different than the shifts we were seeing in the broader labor market, suggesting there are some labor dynamics that are specific to online work being completed. Next, our research very clearly showed a magnified precarity. These are workers that were already inherently in a work arrangement that has precariousness involved in it. Yet when the COVID-19 pandemic was introduced, the precarity of their situation was magnified. And this kind of goes in line with our third summary, our third insight, and that's diminished work flexibility. And this historically has been proven to be one of the reasons why these workers are going to online work, because of the flexibility it's afforded. And what we found with the pandemic, specifically with the increase in the supply of workers, because workers were either laid off or underemployed because of the pandemic, and the precipitous drop in the demand, we saw the flexibility that these workers came to depend on disappear. Interestingly enough, we also saw very strong differences between occupation when we were able to delineate our data between creative work, administrative work, and technologically focused work. There was variation between both the supply and the demand. And what we also found interesting was that the occupations that tended to be skewed female were disproportionately hurt. A unique difference in terms of what the research has historically shown during pandemics and downturns. Now I'm going to turn it over to Elena, who's going to talk a little bit about the findings that weren't included in the paper, but we would want to share more broadly.
Thanks, Mike. In our paper's presentation, we go beyond what we wrote to provide more on both gender roles and accommodations as online freelancers respond to the pandemic, as well as the complexity of precarity. In our position paper, we also go beyond what is written to talk more about other overlapping projects, such as finding work online, gendered issues, precarity, and co-working. Further, we would like to welcome a discussion on what we should be asking freelancers when we start our next round of data collection. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you all virtually in August.